came out #1. I was walking down the
It's week 13, and we've got a rare matchup with the Giants and Dolphins meeting for just the 10th time. New York leads the series 7-2 as they go for number 8. Next on EA Sports.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Daniel Jones of the Giants, Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. And in their place, there have been some dynamic young guys who have come into the league, not just this year, but in the last 3 or 4 years in particular. They've really changed the quarterback position. And I think both of these guys fit into that category. Youth is being served.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones gets it quickly to Galladay. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways. And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that'll be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here on the board. Throwing Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run with Booker, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Devontae Booker, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Devontae Booker that's able to finish it off with a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
To absolutely no one's surprise, the Dolphins did invest a high 1st-round pick, number 5 overall, to draft Tua in 2020. I think that most people would say that his rookie year had plenty of positives, but it was sprinkled with a few negatives as well. Remember, he controversially took over for Ryan Fitzpatrick during the open week prior to Week 8. Miami did go 6-3 in his starts from that time, but he had to get rescued a few times in games by Fitzmagic. And in his own words, he called his rookie year below average. I don't think the franchise believes that, but they're looking forward to seeing him improve. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin, and he stopped immediately there. Blake Martinez, the Giants' leading tackler last year, in to make the stop there.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
To his throw here, going to be caught by Wilson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A handoff to Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47.
Oh, they'll let the tight end Ingram run with it.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
That was a good, strong run for a first down, and they're just dominating right now in this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. A gain of 6 there on first.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man, Slayton. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Jones throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Open man is Golladay, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and very short, Jones.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again. That ball caught by Slayton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. On second and goal, Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 29, Tua. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua flushed out right.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's Gaskin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Another run with Gaskin. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Tua. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 24, Jones looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee.
So pass interference, the call there, always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing, Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now Ross to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A handoff, Barkley running left. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jones on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gano's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Tua now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Tua to throw again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this is Parker, complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's letting this one go for Fuller. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And give him credit, he deserves it. This is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Dolphins Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. If they want to first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Giants, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.